Happy friggin' Saturday, everybody, and welcome in to everyone who is already here from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. We're live, baby. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in the Spyderco capital of the world, unless, of course, that happens to be Taichung, Taiwan. Nobody truly knows, but we make educated guesses. Yeah, educated guesses. Don't know where I was going with that one, but either way, it's been a busy day. I didn't have time to post my daily carry today in the members only Discord, which we will get to in a bit. But if you guys were wondering what was in my pocket, got this guy, what I would consider to be the most photogenic Spyderco shaman. Without going truly custom. This is one of those underrated carries that you know, I gotta hide it away. I gotta put it in the display case, because if I don't, it'll just end up in my pocket every day. You know, right now I've got my Chris Reeve Unums on, taking up that space because the Zahn for me is as close to a one and done as can be. Another one that's been absolutely dominating the pocket lately has been this guy, Spyderco Swish Buoy. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I'm not gonna lead you guys on to wait for the review. It's good, but who knows? Maybe when that review comes out, you'll watch it anyways. Is it, you know, is it worth its price tag? People have asked. People have said yes, people have said no. We'll get to that. Either way, first thing we're going to do is shout out all the good people in the chat. What's up? Blade Shooter G says, just thought I'd say hi to everyone, but no one's here yet. We're here. Welcome in. We'll say hi when you make it back. What's up, Marco? Good to see you, man. Ground Fog in the house. Bluetooth Blades, channel member. What's up, Bluetooth Blades? Good to see you. C. Kobe, another channel member, says, I'm going to miss this one. You guys and gals have a good evening. Man, it's okay. We'll catch you on the replay for sure. Jim Miller, good to see you as well. Thanks for being a channel member. Ian Coates in the house early. I'm never early, but Ian is, just to remind me that I probably should be. What's up, Ian? He says, since Roll doesn't like raisins, I assume brandy is out of the question. Is that how they make brandy? I don't know. I'm not a big brandy person. You know, I prefer things like, you know, I like whiskey. I like tequila. I like all the things that get you in trouble. Anyways, what's up, Ian? Thanks for being a channel member and a channel moderator too. What's up, man? He says, I've yet to try brandy or cognac. Yeah, I've yet to try cognac. I'm not part of that crew. Is it good? I don't know. I typically like to stick to beer. Hey, welcome into Wicked Dream Designs. He says, what's going on? Happy holidays. What's up, man? What's up to Melancholy Martial Arts? Says Shaman Lovers Unite. Yeah, that's absolutely, man. He says, this song makes me want to get shit done. I try to switch it up, okay? Truly, I try to like change things like, you know, the waiting screen photo or, you know, the songs. If I don't switch it up, I become bored. Anyways, welcome into Jaeger.edc. Welcome into the Ponds. Thanks for being a channel member. Jay Course, get in, another channel member, says patches. This is fired up. Man, you're campaigning very convincingly for patches, and I want to do some. I really do. I just need to figure out where I'm going to have them made and what that process looks like, because it's different than stickers. I'm not sure if it's the same level of ease as, you know, just sending a photo to a company and being like, hey, make this a patch. I don't know what that looks like. I'll look into it. 2025, I promise you we will do patches at some point. Melancholy Martial Arts says, anyone know the fixed blade in the pick? Yeah, it is the Axial Alpine V2. I've got it. Hold on. I just had to tear apart my my knife drawers, but here it is, the Axial Alpine V2. Now on this one, I did replace the clip for a set of pull the dot loops on the sheath, and that is because anytime I carry a fixed blade, I like to carry it scout carry or appendix carry. For some reason, I'm just not a whole big old handle, you know, sticking out of the pocket kind of guy. That's not really my jam. I like it to be more discreet. People tend to ask less questions. But it's the Axial Alpine V2 in Magna Cut, made right here in the great US of A. Titanium handle scales. You can get it in different blade shapes too. This one is going to be the drop point or clip point. I don't know what they classify that as, but you can get it as a Tanto or as a Warncliffe, and the Magna Cut they do at 62, which for a fixed blade is perfect. Very slicey edge geometry. So if you want to carry a fixed blade because you like the robust and reliable nature of one, and maybe you also like titanium, but you want it to have good blade geometry, this is fantastic. A fantastic carry for a EDC size fixed blade. It's not super big, super imposing, but it's big enough to get the job done, and it's not going to leave you in a pinch when it comes to being slicey either. I do recommend pull the dot loops and a horizontal carry. It's just much more comfortable, and it leaves your pockets free, you know, for things like this. So that way, you know, if you don't want to unearth your fixed blade, you don't have to. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my drawer back. Anyways. Ed B, welcome in. Thank you for being a channel member. He says, want to make $14 the hard way? Like, how hard are we talking? Like, are you going to make me chug a box of these or something? Like, how hard up is Rollshambo after Christmas? You don't want to know. I'm not quite at the feet pick stage, but I know some people are. Anyways. Ian says, anyone here have an Axial Alpine? Are they as good as the hype is around them? You know, honestly, if you like a premium American made fixed blade, one of the things that I love about this is that it's made in the USA. It's got Magna Cut and titanium. I don't typically do lanyards, but I like it came with it. I do it on here. It's nice because, you know, if you want to hang this on a nail on the wall, you can do that. You know, if you want, if you have bigger hands, you want a little extra retention, you can do that. I just put it on there. Like, why not? I don't do lanyards, but on this one I did. I like it. As far as fixed blades go, it's highly useful because it's got excellent cutting geometry. It's very slicey, gets very thin there behind the edge, and I like that. I like that a lot. So if you're looking for a great American made fixed blade, yeah, if you want it to be EDC sized, you know, not this big old, you know, buoy thing sitting on your, like, oh, that's not a knife, this is a knife. Like, you see people walking around like in the city with big old fixed blades on their belts, and you're like, but why? A small EDC fixed blade like this is excellent though. It can do everything your folding knife can do, and it'll do it way more reliably. And if you don't like the plain titanium scales, they do make scale replacements with carbon fiber inserts. So you can get it, I believe, with fat carbon fiber inserts. You know what? Enough conjecture. Let's just go see if they even have them in stock. Why not? All right. Axial Alpine. It's kind of a modular setup. V2, Axial Alpine V2. Oh, they do consider it a that's cool. So apparently now, like, I got mine a while ago. This was a while ago, months ago. But apparently now you can get it in black, G10, and DLC. That's not bad. Let's do fixed blades. Do they not have Do they not have the regular titanium anymore? Is it all micarta? Stonewash, G10. What happened? Where did it go? Man, come on, Axial. Knife accessories. No. Titanium Alpine. I am so confused right now. Did they completely get rid of the titanium version? That kind of makes me kind of sad. Okay, so I take it back. Maybe you can't get the titanium version with their modular inlay scales anymore. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. Apparently now the big thing is micarta, G10, and I mean, do they still do MagnaCut at least? Yeah, it's still MagnaCut. I mean, the DLC is nice. I think for harder users, you know, maybe people would prefer G10 or micarta over titanium. Personally, for me, I love the titanium. I'll be frank, they sent this to me for review, and I'm not a big fixed blade guy, but I said, you know what, that looks cool. EDC size, titanium, modular, and now it doesn't even look like they have the modular option anymore. That's crazy talk. Why would they do that? Yeah, you look, if you scroll down, you see people's review pictures with the titanium version. Maybe it'll just be released again at a different date. Who knows? But if you're cool with that, it looks like it is less expensive than it was. I want to say this one started at $250 with the plain tie scales. With G10 or micarta, it looks like just over $200 to $220. Great EDC fixed blade though. Anyways. Splitting Slice is good to see you. He says, hi, Rollshambo and all, gonna sit this one out. Ah, man, another one bites the dust. No worries, man. We will catch you on the flip side. Have a great rest of your night. Ian says, Roll needs more than one song for music time every stream. I could probably set up a little playlist instead of having one just loop over and over again. I'll work on that. You know what? Suggestion received. Revolving Blades, good to see you, man. One of the winners from the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Your package, your care package, your loot drop, whatever you want to call it, is on the way, filled to the brim with the good stuff. He says, love my Alpine. Very nice. Yeah, it's great. I haven't encountered a single person with this knife that doesn't love it. Period. Okay. Welcome into Josh. Good to see you, man. What's up, Rainy? Good to see you as well. We've got Ace Paylone on the in the house. What's up? On the house, like Santa Claus. Stumbling over my words already. Melancholy Martial Arts says, dude, I'm in Lakewood, Colorado, 15 minutes from Spyderco outlet. If you know, you know. Ian Coates says, where's that one dude from Turkey? I think you mean Lone Star Towboy. Where is Lone Star Towboy? Paging Lone Star Towboy. All right. I got to get through these messages. Jason Cable, thank you for being a channel member. Lone Star Towboy, there he is. Carry of the day is the Sencut Actium. Very cool. Not huge on the Sencut or civivi knives this year. They just weren't on my list. But they do make a really good product. Man, it must be raining Spyderco Shamans. Rainy was also carrying the Spyderco Shaman today. I love mine. Barclay CNC makes some amazing scales, and it completely transforms this knife into a all-American made titanium beauty. Love it. Absolutely love it. Bluetooth Blade says, someday I'll have a drop points on. Just keep hunting for them. They're out there. They drop. You just have to set up email notifications like everyone. Hey, Gas Station Knives. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, sup, got you blasting on the home theater tonight. Oh, really? Guys, Spartan, kick the like button. Let YouTube know that we're live, baby. Absolutely. Every time I hit that button, it's just going to Spartan kick your home theater system.
This is Sparta!
I'll try not to be obnoxious with that. You know, I try to be considerate. John Tagamori, welcome in. And hey, shout out to Laid Off Pete, who's been a Spartan for 1 month, says, I'd love to see an interview with Laren roll. I'm sure I would love to as well. I'm kind of afraid because I've quoted him multiple times and I'm just waiting for him to be like, you know, you said this and it was wrong. You were wrong. I wonder how frequently information that he puts out there gets misinterpreted. I would love to do an interview with Dr. Laren Thomas. Would he do one with me? I have no idea. I've messaged him several times on Instagram, and we've had very brief conversations. He's clarified a few things for me when I've asked, but that's great. You know, he doesn't shy away from responding to people, which I think is cool. I would love to get Laren Thomas on an interview. That would be phenomenal. So if anyone's got his number, let him know. We'd love to have him on the show. John Tagamori, thank you for being a channel member, by the way. All right. The Pond says, I like brandy and cognac, but don't frequent them. I'm a whiskey kind of guy. I like whiskey sours. A good whiskey sour is a thing to behold. I've got dog hair on my micro. Oh, it's driving me nuts. People with dogs, you know what I mean. If you have dogs, they are everywhere in your house. Everywhere. Ian says, next step is making a pre-stream playlist. Yeah, we'll do it. I want to get a new set of music going into 2025. I've got a lot of plans. I just realized we're halfway through December and I haven't released my Knife of the Year playlist for 2024 because I'm going to do kind of like what I did last year where I'm going off of like categories, you know, budget knife of the year, premium knife of the year, high-end knife of the year. I think it's nice to kind of go back and be like, out of all these knives that I checked out, this one is my favorite in this category. It's easy content. It's stuff that I know a lot of channels love doing in the community. I know I do. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I do have a video that I'm literally in the process of editing as we speak. I've got the other window open. So expect new content soon, as early as tomorrow morning. That should be a good time. Melancholy Martial Arts says, could you recommend a sub 150 fixed blade? Sure. Absolutely. Hold on. I'll pull it up. And I suppose I could grab it as well. Sub 150 fixed blade. And it is the Vosted Mink. I'll grab mine for you real quick. All right. The Vosted Mink. Ooh, almost dropped it. Butterfingers. Kydex sheath tech lock that I did switch around because, again, scout carry. A lot of the things that I love about the Alpine V2, I also love about the Vosted Mink. This one has green frag pattern milling on the micarta handle scales. Also drop point. Also good cutting geometry. Something else that I really enjoy is the fact that you've got jimping in two different places up here on the spine of the blade. And it's not super thick blade geometry, but again, EDC sized. So you could use this for your EDC tasks, no worry. The ergos on here feel phenomenal. I do have a video on this. I want to say it was from like 6 months ago. The Vosted Mink is great. Nitro V blade steel. This one is the black. I want to say it's a PVD finish, but hollow ground blade. Really, really great EDC style fixed blade. This one is going to be coming in way below your budget though. So you gave me a $150 budget. I recommended a $70 knife. That's this guy right here. Or yeah, this guy right here. Looks like you can get it in a couple different configurations as well. I don't know what it is. I can't help but wonder. Now, is there a little bit of competition going on here? Is there? Because I'm also seeing the Wharncliffe style versions of the Vosteed mink that also look kind of like the Alpine versions. Or the I don't know what it is. Anyways, they got, you can do Wharncliffe, you could do drop point. The mink is a great knife, and if you're not trying to spend, you know, $200, I totally get it. It'll get the job done. Nitro V is a phenomenal steel, and I really like the fact that it comes with the tech lock. It's such a versatile lock. You can strap it to gear. You know, like if I wanted to put this on a backpack strap, you know, this would work well. When it comes in the regular vertical format. I just moved it on mine because that's how I carry it. But it's a very, very good locking mechanism. I don't usually get asked a whole lot about fixed blades. I don't carry them that often, but I do enjoy carrying them every now and then. Especially, you know, if you're going hiking or something like that, I highly suggest bring a fixed blade. Even if it's an EDC size fixed blade, do it. It's a good habit to be in. If you get stuck out there, you don't want to have to rely on a locking mechanism. The world's best locking mechanism is a fixed blade. Anyways, that would be my recommendation for sub 150. Buy two. Get the Wharncliffe, get the drop point, you'll be gravy. What else? Sorry, I've got to pop my ears. Hey, shout out to TC Blades. What's up, man? Thanks for being a channel member. Ian says, I just like it for the Magna Cut. Rainey says, I like carrying fixies. Scout carry too. Pocket carry is for folders, if you ask me. I agree. I know that some people, like, they love doing the whole, like, vertical handle, you know, out of the pocket. It only takes one time for you to not be paying attention trying to put your fixed blade back in the sheath that's in your pocket, and you miss and you accidentally stab yourself. You know, there's some pretty big arteries going through your legs. You make that mistake, you get to make that mistake one time. So for me, it's just like, put it on the belt. Put it on the belt. Appendix carry, scout carry, that's the way to go. Absolutely. And you're not sitting there, you know, freaking out, carrying in line at your local Walmart. He's got a fixed blade. Why are people weird like that? People are so weird. What's up, Mark Parks? Good to see you, man. Welcome into Backcountry Dave, and shout out to Jason Cable. We've got a couple more channel members. He says, I want a PPK. EDM posted one on Insta recently, but I didn't have the funds. They'll probably have some at Atlanta. They'll probably have everything at Atlanta. Ian says, what about in waistband carry like a 2A? For me, no. I just don't have a purpose to. That's what IWB stands for anybody that doesn't know, is in waistband, like a. Or do you mean carrying a fixed blade like that? Carry a fixed blade like that? I don't like that. There's no point. Just do it appendix style carry, man, or scout carry. The difference is, you know, on the front or on the back. There's no reason to wear your shirt loose, and nobody will ever know that it's there but you. You'll feel it. It'll be reassuring. He's like, PPK, like a Walther PPK? We're getting in a completely different realm here. Pete's pirate knife. Yeah. Jason Cable says, yeah, I just love spending more than what I'm getting. Yep. Ian says, can you spec a Alpine with a bead? Sure. We could do that. Let's do this. Let's do axial Alpine. I'm still kind of mad that they don't have the titanium version. It's disappointing. So assuming that you want a drop point version, I think so it's $219 with the DLC. If you don't need DLC, then you could probably get it for a little bit less. So DLC, no DLC, it looks like the difference of about $30 based on how much you prize DLC. Now DLC is going to make it more scratch resistant, more wear resistant from your everyday wear and tear, but honestly, on a fixed blade, who cares? So if you want DLC, you can spend $30 more. Let's go ahead and assume that you don't want it. We'll do a regular one that's $189, round it up, close enough for government work. We'll call it $190, unless they don't have the stonewash versions. I clicked on stonewash. What is going on? Oh, I see. The lanyard bead is $15. So $15 for the titanium bead. If you wanted one right now, looks like the regular stonewash variants are out, but they do have the G10 or micarta. Personally, I would probably go with G10 on this one. Personal preference, I would say. Looks like they have 3 left. So $219, we'll call it $220, round up, close enough for government work. So before any taxes or shipping, you're paying, $235. Lifetime guarantee, made in USA, MagnaCut, lifetime sharpening too. That's nice. Not that I ever take advantage of that. Once you start sharpening your own knives, it's like, why would I wait 3 weeks for someone else to do what I could just do right now? But for those of you who are like, I don't want to do that anymore, then yeah, that'd be worth it. So you could get the drop point, you could get the Tanto. Looks like they do have a Tanto version in stonewash. Why is that one $10 more than? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, if you're okay with DLC and G10 or micarta, you're looking at $235 with the lanyard. Says, yeah, those Alpines looks like they're great. They're great knives. Aries EDC, what's up, man? Speaking of somebody who knows a thing or two about fixed blades, Aries EDC. You know what I haven't done? I don't think I've ever... Aries EDC fixed blades. Quick Google search. Aries EDC. Here we go. By the way, he also has his own channel. Are there fixed blades in the shop? I never asked. Do you sell your fixed blades on a website like Etsy, or only through Instagram, or special request? I don't know. Let the good people know in the chat. We had somebody asking for good sub $150 fixed blades. I don't know if you have any in that range or not, but if you do, definitely shout it out in the chat. Ian says, I like the tie scales, but I'd need someone to blast the scales. What's up, Mick Ranger? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Melancholy Martial Arts says, would you consider selling your Alpine? Would I consider it? Maybe. I'll be honest, at this point in time, I don't know if it would be worth it for whoever wanted to buy this, because I didn't know that the titanium were gone. I had a plan in my head at some point during the year where I was going to get the different scale options with the carbon fiber inserts. But will they ever bring it back with the titanium scales? Maybe, probably. I don't know. But now that I know that they don't have these available, it kind of makes it difficult for me to want to sell it. SC Rick, what's up? He says, well, Rolls, what about the EDC Big Idea Designs? Look out, fixed blade. Some models are made in the USA. What do you think? I haven't checked out their stuff yet. I know about Big Idea Design. I do know about them. I'll be candid with you guys though. So some of you guys, most of you guys, probably all of you guys know who Lefty EDC is. So I think it was about a year ago, Lefty EDC let us know kind of how things went with Big Idea Design, because he had reviewed some of their products. You know, he had affiliate links for everything. And if you guys know Kev, aka Lefty EDC, you know that he does fair reviews. He's not afraid to lay into these companies and be like, you know what, like this, I like this, I don't like this, I think this is good, I think this is bad. Well, he had performing affiliate links, meaning that people were clicking on his affiliate links for Big Idea Design and they were buying, you know, the stuff. So you'd think everything would be all right, you know, like that's kind of what it's there for. Well, apparently they got mad at him for giving his honest opinion about some of their products. And so they just like kicked him off their platform. And so, you know, Big Idea Design, you know, a year later, they reach out. They reached out to me and they're like, hey, you know, would you want to collaborate with us? I turned them down because I don't want to be in a position where like you only want to hear good things from me. Most of the time when I accept collaboration requests, I only accept collaboration requests if it's something that I'm interested in. If there's no interest there, I'm just not going to do it. I have a limited amount of time to work on these things. So when they reached out, I looked at it, I was like, you know, some of their stuff does look cool, but I don't want that nagging thought in the back of my head like I'm not allowed to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And it kind of bugged me the way that they just kicked Lefty EDC off their platform because they didn't like everything that he said in his videos. You know, if you send products to a channel to give a review, that's what you're doing. And reviews don't have to be 100% positive. And if you're not wanting a clear, honest, positive, you know, if you don't want the honest opinion of whoever you send your product to, don't send it. Go pay someone for advertising. So that's why I personally haven't checked out their stuff. And I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm sure that they make good products because they're a popular company. But if you're wondering why I personally haven't reviewed their stuff, that would be why. I just didn't appreciate how they handled that situation. And it kind of put me in a position like, I mean, you only want my review if it's 100% positive? Anyways, let's check out this fixed blade. Okay. Yeah. $200. So it's right there in that range. Is it USA made? I don't think that it is. Pocket friendly fixed blade named after the arguably the most recognizable mountain in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area. It's a clean, small EDC fixed blade knife designed in collaboration with our CNC shop manager, Matt Kelsey, Journeyman Smith. Did he make it or was it a collaboration? Who makes this knife? The model you're wanting is temporarily out of stock in the U.S. warehouse. Well, I'll say this. I don't know if it's actually made in the U.S. or not, so I won't pretend to know. It does kind of look like they were going for the same kind of demographic as the Axial Alpine. I don't know whose came first. Is there a pocket clip on that knife? Or is that like it's probably just on the slip or on, yeah.
Hey everybody,
show us the knife. So I learned recently that anytime I clip somebody's video in my live stream, automatically it gets tagged for copyright. So I'm trying not to do that. Boy, that looks small. Don't say it. Don't say it. That does look really small. In fact, I would aim to say that that's actually probably smaller than this guy. Would be my guess. I'd just be guessing. I don't know. I like the blade shape. What kind of material are we working with here? Titanium and M390. Okay. They don't tell us what the Rockwell is. To some people that matters. To some people it doesn't. $200. If that's made in America, that's fair. If that's not made in America, then no. So that's kind of why I care about the country of origin. Like, if you can get this, and obviously maybe you can't get the titanium version, but if you can get this in the $200 price range with titanium and it's made in the US and they tell you what the Rockwell is, then I get it. I just don't know if this is made in the US or not. To be quite honest with you, that is something that I would care about on this one for that price tag. What else do they got? I mean, I haven't checked out their website in a hot minute. They got the utility knife, titanium pocket tools, USA. Okay, so it looks like they do have a USA version. $250. But not in titanium. Okay. Ultim, micarta, black G10. Okay. So this one is made in the US. USA Lookout fixed blade. And the other one isn't? I'm guessing. Thai Lookout fixed blade. So not made in the US, made in the US. Honestly, save yourself. I'm just going to say this, like, from a valuation standpoint, that looks good. And far be it for me to tell anyone how to spend their hard-earned dollars. Personally, it's not fair for me to say this because I haven't handled this one. But let's assume that I hadn't handled either the Alpine or the Lookout. I'd probably go with the Alpine. Save yourself $30. You know, go buy yourself some dinner, wait on shipping. It is a cool looking knife. I have a feeling that it probably performs really well. I like the fact that you also get a Kydex sheath. 6.2 inches overall versus, you know, if we were to compare that to this guy, 6.88. So you get more knife with the Alpine. You can get it in DLC, in G10 or DLC in micarta. Yeah, I personally, I would say the Alpine's the better deal. Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't review that knife. Anyways, he says, so it's the middle of December. Any news on the winter knife sale? I've been lagging behind on content so badly that I have not been getting to the Holly Jolly holiday sale. So here's what needs to happen. I need to go through all 125 of my knives and create two piles. Holly Jolly holiday sale and no freaking way. I need to create those piles. Once I do that, then I need to do a video. I've decided not to do this holiday sale live. Just because I know last time a lot of people were disappointed they couldn't get in on the Scary Good knife sale that I did live. People watched after the fact and they're like, oh dang, you know, I wanted to get in on that, but I had to work or whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably do what I did this time last year, which is post a video where I go over each and every knife and I'll list all the available knives in a pinned comment. And then when something sells, I'll just mark it as sold right there. The live sale that I did for the Scary Good knife sale was a cluster and it was weird. And I've looked at other channels who have done live sales for other things. And a lot of those that do it well have another person right there, you know, checking the orders or checking the emails or like writing down this goes to so-and-so or whatever. I don't have that. It's just me. So I think it'd be really cool if I could create a pop-up shop during a live stream, be like, here you go. And, people could go to the website during the live stream. And if you get it, you get it, but that's just not feasible. So keep your eyes peeled. I will announce when that will be, probably in the Discord, on my Instagram, and also on my YouTube community page. Thank you for asking about that. That's been on my mind all freaking day. All right. I've missed a lot, guys. Adventure 50 in the house. I saw you over at G-Balls Live, man. Welcome in. Good to see you. All right. Jason Cable says Kaiser's are the new civivi, I think. Kaiser's done some oh man. The video I'm working on right now that I'll finish editing after the live stream is on a Kaiser. And it's one that I've waited far too long to review. Really excited about. Great knife. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyways. A shout out to Mick Ranger, for being a channel member for 1 month. Says, thanks for all the awesome fun lives. Thank you, man. You guys are what makes the lives awesome. I'm just here talking to you. And shout out to Mark Parks, channel member for 13 months. Says, this is Sparta.
This is Sparta!
Guys, Spartan kick the like button for longtime channel member Mark Parks. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. All right. I think I'm caught up now. Jim Miller says Alpine is a bit long for me. Prefer under 7 inches. Interesting. Yeah, I never really considered, because I think this is like what, 6.8 is what they have it listed at. I didn't really consider this to be too big of a fixed blade. Like, this is right there. Any smaller than this, and I personally wouldn't carry it. Smaller than that, and I think that, at least for my purposes, I'd probably get away with something like this. Anybody else get a holiday Vosteed? Another video that I'm working on. The Raccoon Cub. Says Ian bought the American Blade Works. Yeah. My Model 2. Although now it's not my Model 2, it's his Model 2. All right. Bluminati Ninja in the house. What's up, man? Sorry, guys. My chat jumped on me, so I have no idea where I'm at in this thing. Bluminati Ninja, what's up, dude? Thanks for being a channel mod and a channel member. He says, I dropped $250 on an Aries EDC instead. I need to get one of those. I need to make that happen. Wicked says, I sent Rolls a Nefarious and he messaged negatively that he preferred me with a shaved clean look. Oh, you made me reach for the water. You made me. He says, but yeah, that's the whole point of a review. Positive or negative, I want to hear it. What bothers me about companies out there, they're like, I can't believe that we sent this to you and you slammed us. It's like, do you want information or do you want advertisement? Like, it's okay to be upfront about that, but if you want advertisement, don't send me a knife. Like, pay me. I'm happy to edit a video for you, but if you tell me you want my opinion, I'll give you my opinion. Be careful. My opinions are often lengthy and end up in, 12-minute long videos. But that whole transaction that happened between Lefty and Big Idea Design kind of killed my willingness to want to work with them. If they make something that I want to buy, I'll buy it and I'll do a review and that'll be that. But my reviews are reviews. They're not meant to be advertisements. If I have an affiliate link, I'll post it. If I don't have an affiliate link, I'll post the regular link. People can click on what they want to click on, but it just feels kind of like they don't want reviews. They want advertisements. And that bothers me because that's not what I do. Dan Stan, thanks for being a channel member, says, I like large full tang combat and camp knives, EDC fixies and folders. You like the whole range. Me too. I just want more reasons to carry a fixed blade. And if I did, I would carry this more often. This probably gets more carry time than any other fixed blade. I have a handful. People don't realize that. My first knife was a fixed blade. John Tagamori says, Vulcan knives make some sick fit. What? I can't believe that I just spaced that. Oh, man. Vulcan knives. Yeah. To whoever was asking about the sub $150 fixed blade, I don't know if this will work. Could not connect to database. Currently, what? Vulcan knives? Is Vulcan Knives website down? All right. They're not. Here it is. Okay. So these are custom handmade knives from Vulcan Knives here in the United States. The gentleman who does this, who runs Vulcan Knives, is retired. I reached out to him and I was like, your prices are insane. People are questioning whether they're legitimate because the prices are really reasonable. And I'm like, how can you do that? He's like, I do this for fun. That's so cool to me, that he has a business like this where he makes these knives custom by hand, and he doesn't half-ass it either. Like, for example, check this out. This is the MagnaCut Vector, thick acid pattern MagnaCut steel at 62.5 Rockwell. Overall length is 8.5. That's a decent sized fixed blade. Carbon fiber cutout scales. It looks good. I wish we could click on these and zoom in, but we can't. He wants $250 plus $10 shipping. Call it $260. American made custom fixed blade. There you go. Here's another one. This is Z12 Ultra Tanto Recurve. A lot of people are like, nope, you lost me at recurve. Well, look at that. It's Z12. I have no idea about this steel, by the way. Z12 Ultra Powder Metallurgy steel. So that's a crazy knife steel I've never heard of. 64.5 Rockwell, 8.25 inches, notched carbon fiber scale set, purple G10 liners. It's crazy, man. Bananas. Then there's this one, and you're like, you know what? I just want an all titanium. Check this out. Check this out. Titanium MagnaCut Talon Recurve, 3.5 inch long. MagnaCut 63.5 Rockwell, 5.8 ounces. I mean, it's a full tang knife. 215 plus $10 for shipping. Call it $225. Custom Kydex sheath is available for an additional $25. Just get it. Just get it. It's always worth it to get the Kydex sheath as well. This one is cool. Titanium Warncliffe, 3-inch blade, 7 inches overall. So think like Alpine sized. Titanium frag pattern handles. Like, that's sick, man. That's sick. He says this one is my riff on an original Jason Grant, also known as Brass Brigade design. That's cool. I like the fact that he gave him credit. This is another one that I checked out. He says that this is the EDC Steampunk Gear Sheep's Foot. Crazy talk. $150 shipped. There you go. $150 shipped. The Steampunk. 3.5 inch long blade. 7 3/4 inches long. $150 shipped. Shipped. American made custom hand ground fixie. Handmade fixie. That's a good deal. Titanium laser engraved screws. It's V4E blade steel at 64 Rockwell. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Here's another one, $150 shipped. Titanium frag pattern handle scales. Another one. This one's cool. I like this one a lot. What is it? What was that, like a kukri style blade? Z-Wear at 63.5. 3K matte finish black carbon fiber scales. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. That's cool. That's really cool. So there you go. I know I've missed some stuff, so I'm gonna skip down on the chat Hey, shout out to Mikey Daily Carey, channel member for 6 months. He says, what keeps you in the EDC niche? Do you mean as a content creator or just in the hobby in general? Let's assume, since you said niche, and what's up, Mikey? Good to see you, man. Guys, if you haven't checked out Mikey's channel, he's got a great channel. Absolutely phenomenal. And it's good to see you, Mikey. What keeps me in the niche? If we're talking as a content creator, it comes purely from a space of I don't have a whole lot of time to make content. So if I'm going to spend any amount of that small part of my day that I can spend on this, I don't want to spend it on anything that I'm not passionate about. I've been passionate about knives since I was, a foot off the ground. Ever since I was about 6 or 7 years old, I've always really, really been intrigued by blades. And so for me, I spend all of my free time, or all like any time that I'd use for leisure, I spend on the channel. So if I was to do something else, it would have to be something that I was more passionate about than the EDC hobby. I love collecting knives. I'm a knife enthusiast. I'm a user. I'm a light user. I don't hard use my knives. I would if I needed to, but I don't have to. So I'm a user, an enthusiast, and a collector. That's what keeps me making videos, because currently it's the only thing I spend my free time on. Other than that, I've got a 15-month-old daughter. I've got a regular full-time job. I've got another part-time side hustle that I work on as well. And then I've got the channel. And that's my day. That's my week. That's my year. So that's what keeps me in it. As far as what keeps me in the hobby, there's so many cool knives. Like I love collecting knives, and I also love carrying the knives that I collect. I don't have a single knife in my collection that I wouldn't use or I wouldn't put in my pocket, but it's really cool being like, you know what? I know what shoes, I know when I wake up what shoes I'm going to wear. I have a pretty good idea of what set of pants I'm going to wear. I know that I'm going to pick a shirt from my closet, and I know what wallet's going in my pocket, but I never necessarily know what knife is going to go in my pocket. And that's something that I really enjoy. I really enjoy going over to my knife collection and being like, what do I feel like carrying today? I'm going to carry something super enthusiast collector status, or am I going to go for a budget knife? Am I going to go for a knife that I modified to be super cool? Like, it tickles me. Like this knife, I love this knife. This was my carry today. So I love having that variety. I love matching it to my day. If I'm going to go to a formal event, I might carry something a little bit more formal. If I'm going camping or hiking or backpacking, here we go. Right there. I love learning about the knife steels so I can make my steel snobs content. But yeah, in a nutshell, very fat, lengthy nutshell, that's why. Because I enjoy it. That's what keeps me in. Good to see you, Mikey. Laid Off Pizzas roll axial alpines versus tactile dread-eye. Which one wins in your opinion? Another fixed blade I haven't reviewed, but let's go ahead and check it out. The tactile dread-eye. But we're keeping it American made. Let's do it. All right. I do like tactile. Don't come for me, Ian. Tactile. $200. Okay. You can get it in CPM 3V for that price. If you do MagnaCut, does the price go up? No. Well done. But the MagnaCut is sold out. 3V is a great blade steel for a fixed blade. This one is a Tanto variation. Okay. You can get a leather sheath, although that's sold out. Bummer. Or Bolteron. Okay. This is looking to be another really small one. That might be too small for me. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just maybe that guy just has big hands, or it's the angle. 6.7 inches long, so it's going to be competing with the Alpine. 63 to 64 Rockwell on the MagnaCut, 60 to 62 on 3V. Okay, cool. Titanium hardware, right on. Made in Dallas, Texas. So for me, I'm going to say I'm not. And I know that Axial makes a Tanto version of this. For me, I'm still going to go with Axial. Now, this one is a Christensen knife design. I just like the blade shape better. When we're talking about this one is a full hollow ground blade. Full hollow ground blade on this guy. On the Alpine. Wait, is it? I could have sworn it was. Hold on. Axial. Nope, it's a flat ground. Why did I think this was a hollow grind? I could have swore that was a hollow grind. I feel dumb. Well, time to hang it up. I'm retiring. Okay, flat ground, but it's super thin there behind the blade. And check this out. This is a tall flat grind. The grind starts way up here. On the Tactile, that's more of a saber grind style flat grind. So the cutting geometry is going to still be better on this one. Flat ground versus flat ground. What was I thinking? Or maybe was I thinking on this guy? I'm getting my fixed blades mixed up. Regardless, between the Tactile Dreadeye and the Axial Alpine, I'm probably still going to pick the Axial Alpine. I just like the blade geometry better. It's going to be a better cutter. This one will be more robust. Absolutely. I want mine to be slicier. Jason Cable says, I think once I started being active in the community aspect of it and not thinking just materialistic, my burnout went away permanently. Yeah, 100%. It's the people that make this hobby really fun. You know, if I didn't talk to you guys all the time, I probably wouldn't, do all the stuff that I do. I'd feel far more burned out if I didn't have these live streams. These live streams do a great job of recharging my batteries. Hey, shout out to Humphrey Chimpton. Good to see you, man. He says, Rollshambo, thanks for introducing me to Vulcan. I will be looking. Something to know about them. You can't buy directly on their website. If you see something on the available knives section of Vulcan Knives website and you want it, reach out via Instagram. He'll do a transaction via PayPal friends and family. Several channel members have vouched for him that it's legitimate. He ships quickly, he ships immediately. Message him on Instagram. Gas Station Knives says, what's your other side hustle, Rollshambo? It's not in effect yet, but it does have something to do with the knife industry. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it at this time. You guys might find out at some point. But essentially, I will be working closely with another knife company. Mikey Daly says, just thought about it because content creation is getting a bit difficult for me when creating something new. Also, as an enthusiast, I don't have the same rush when I get new gear. I'll say this. It's highly important to find what creates that rush. For me, this year, Mikey, something that I did was I had a theme for this year. I looked at my collection. I said, you know what I want to do? I want to collect more American-made knives. And so I had to be very strategic because a lot of the American-made knives that I wanted are not easily available no matter what size your channel is. Like, a lot of people assume that I can just get whatever I want for free. That's not true. You think Chris Reeve is taking these calls? You think Spyderco is taking these calls? You know, no. A lot of people assume I just get whatever I want for free. That's not the truth at all. Specifically when it comes to American-made knives, the rush is getting American made knives. And especially on things like an Umnumzon or the Chris Reeve. I got a Chris Reeve small Sabenza this year. That was really cool. Got that in a swap with one of my channel members. Having that focus and then looking back at that run through the year, like I would get excited, be like, I got an American made knife, like another American made knife added to the collection. And the stuff like that recharges the batteries as an enthusiast. Outside of the channel, I'm an enthusiast and a user and a collector first. The channel is just me sharing that with people. And so it becomes a point of, is it a hobby and then the channel, or is it the channel and then the hobby? And if you can find a way to take your love and enthusiasm for the hobby and place it first again, and stop looking at it from the lens of, oh, I've got to make content on this, and more of like, I'm making content because I enjoy this, I think that it becomes a lot easier. The burnout is real. It becomes difficult when it starts feeling like a job. So don't make it a job. That's my unasked for, unwarranted advice. But it's still my advice. Jason Cable says, got to pay the troll toll. Jim Miller says, did I miss Pocket Check? Was doing troll patrol for Casey. No, we haven't done that yet. Let's go ahead and run over there. I got it pulled up already. I'm going to scroll up. As you guys know, I always do the pocket checks of the day. So we've got looks like this one was from Lefty Knife Guy yesterday. That would put this one as today, the first pocket check. Guys, where are we at? We're at the members only Discord. Channel members, get in on the members only Discord. Once you're in, you're in. How do you get there? Go to my YouTube community page, go to the posts section, and channel members can see a Discord invite link in the post section. That's how you get in. The Pawns is the first carry as of today, and fair warning, I misidentify stuff all the time. But he's got an Olight Arkfeld, and he's got an O knife. I don't recognize that one. Is that the Rubato 2? I keep missing. I'm terrible at Wii knives, by the way. And he's mentioned this one several times. I feel awful. And then this morning he's got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. That's not a civivi utility knife, is it? Olight Warrior Mini 3. Very cool. Let's see, Mid Missouri EDC Craig is carrying the Urban EDC what is that? The F5? And then the Grackle, the Blackbird Designs Grackle. Kaleidoscope of Knives is carrying the Tonto, the Rotten Evo Tonto. Evo 3? No, Evo 4 Tonto. Okay. And then the Midgards Messer Ilvi. I don't know how to say that. Nice carry, man. That's cool. TC Blades has got his Chris Reeve Sabenza, of course. And based on the size, I'm going to say that's a small Sabenza, right? Yeah. Unless he's just got really big hands. Small Sabenza? I think. Yeah. I think. Jim Miller's got the Vosteed Raccoon top liner lock, the Vosteed Mini Nightshade, and the Kaiser Muskrat. Nice carry. And at sundown, no less. That's sunset, right? Or is that sunrise? Asking for a friend. Kevin Smith he says Rollshambo is gonna love this. Jim does a great job of making me wish that I was outdoors. He like whether he's by the water or on the fence line on the ranch, like it's cool. Love it, man. Kevin Smith, he's got a boatload today. He's got the Devo nip slip. There we go. That's not the Miguron Arma. Which Miguron is that? Button lock inlay American Blade Works Model 1. He's got the Concept Fenrir with the 80s camo carbon. Is that a tactile rock wall there at the bottom? I think it might be. Bluetooth blades got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, all 3 of them. Why carry just one? You know what they say in the Navy SEALs? If you have one, you have none. And if you have 2, you have 1. You know, because why not? Okay, K390, M4, and 15V. That's a hell of a Paramilitary 2 collection. Damn. Wicked Dreams. Okay, so all in my Saturday rotation today. The Riot District 9, Spyderco Smock, Wee Synchro, the Stedman Shy, Stedman South Seas, and the Artisan Cutlery Proponent. Did you modify that Proponent? A better question might be, which ones of these have you not modified? That looks good, man. Looks really good. Very cool. Mark P, he's got the concept. That's the Baku, right? It's another Sparrow knife design. Gas Station Knives carrying the Ramlock Stitch. That's a hell of a carry. I love that one. Gas Station Knives, are you going to do the titanium scale swap on your Ramlock Stitch? I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about it. Laid Off Pete, he's got... Oh, I know that one. That's the To Your Wrath, right? The To Your Wrath. And then another O knife. I haven't checked out an O knife in a minute. That's my bad. Adventure 50 with, that's the Wee Banter, Warncliffe Wee Banter. Drinkwater's got the Saw-2. Derek's coming in hot. Oh, Derek. Derek knows that this pains me to look at this, because he bought this and he's like, hey man, I know you wanted one with the iron weave. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Cane. This is a USA made knife, Monterey Bay, and I've tried to get these multiple times, and he picked this one up and he said, I got it for you. But like most things in life, it's all about the timing. And so while he did get this for me, I don't have the means to take it off his hands right now. But look at that beauty. I love the iron weave that they do on those over at Monterey Bay Knives. And he knows that I'm just, look at that. That looks great. That's some of the best laser engraving, period. It has this almost 3D sort of look, which I think is a really tasteful way to do it, because some laser engraving just comes off looking corny. On this one, I think that it looks fantastic. Look at that. It's a simplistic knife design, but the execution on these looks great. I want one. And hopefully I can get the funds together. I get another reason why I need to do the Holly Jolly holiday sale. Save it for me, Derek. I'll take it off your, you know, by the time I actually get around to it, he's gonna be like, nope, offers off the table. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. You're making me thirsty here in the pocket check. Let's see, what do we got here? Is that it's microtech die rack, and then a Jack Wolf Feel Good. Solid carry from Mr. Revolving Blades. Barbarian Brawny coming in hot on this one. Look at that. Look at his photos. You know, just casually putting the nooms on up there in the corner. I mean, do we need to talk about anything else in that carry? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I see that Chris Reeve box right there. I know what that is. I know what that is, Brawny. Brawny always has the best photos. I always feel like his man cave. Someone mentioned the other day, they're like, Brawny's pictures make me think that his man cave smells like, cigars and cognac. I could see that. Always a good carry. Very cool. All right. And that is all the pocket checks. I did my best to make sure I didn't skip anybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I could have missed a lot of things. Guys, thanks for sharing your carries in the members only Discord. All right. Rainey says, I love the live streams as an information hub. I just like I like the raw, unfiltered discussion. It's one of my favorite things. I don't have a whole lot of knife people in my regular day-to-day life. So getting to hang out with you guys and, talk to you in the live streams, it's great. It gives me an outlet. Mikey says, the people in the community definitely keeps my fire burning with creating content. I also find joy in others achieving a grail. Yeah, I do a fair amount of vicarious living. I'll admit, I really do. Barbarian Bronny, speak of the devil. What's up, Bronny? Good to see you, my man. All right. Says, yeah, mine's the hobby, then the channel. It's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. The channel is the outlet to share the love. Although you could make a very strong argument that for me, the channel has become another passion of mine. I love creating content. I love the video editing. I love the photography. Like, I am an amateur photographer. Amateur. I took no classes. I am self-taught. I've learned by doing. I don't consider myself to be a professional, but taking photos that I later edit and go, wow, that was fantastic. Like, that keeps the fires burning for me. But I have recognized that the channel itself is a second hobby outside of my EDC and knife hobby. It's just cool that they kind of come together like that. Sean McLaughlin says, another knife I've been hunting for is TGE small Sebenza in elder box elder. Yeah. Try not to settle for a secondary market buy. The small Sebenza in box elder. I wonder, can we find one right now? GP Knives. GP Knives has some, I think. Sebenza. Small Sebenza. All right. Large Sebenza. I want the small Sebenza in box elder. Makassar Ebony. Small Sebenza. Black micarta. Where did I see one in box elder? Natural micarta. This is a dangerous game to play. Oh man, maybe the ones that I saw were all like full size. Okay, let's just do this. Small Sebenza box elder. Can we find one? Recon 1 small Sebenza 31 box elder sold. Out. Damn it. Knives Plus, small Sebenza 31, box elder, email me. Oh, that's a notification. Damn it. I was like, man, we're going to help Sean with, out of stock. I'm sorry, Sean. Man, I could have sworn I've seen one of these recently. Was it at White Mountain? There's no way. White Mountain Knives. There's no way. I know I've seen these. Small Sebenza. Come on, let's go. Small Sebenza. Oh, well, that's lefty anyways. So they have had one. Sean, I'll keep an eye out, man. I can't keep hitting failure after failure during the live stream because it's making me sad. But I'll keep an eye out, and if I find one, I will post it on probably the YouTube channel post section. Yeah. Mikey says, the rush that gets me nowadays are the concealed carry weapon fanny packs and dad packs. It's what's attracting more of an audience. I've been interested in those. I might have to check out a few of those. You know, I feel like you've got to be very secure in your masculinity, though, when it comes to dad packs and fanny packs. But they're useful. They're highly useful. But I just know, like, the moment I wear one out of the house, people are going to be like, what are those? But they're useful. And nobody's making fun of you when they need something and you have it, right? Or when they don't know what's in your fanny pack. Is that a Walther, or are you just happy to see me? All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat. Hold on. Derek knows. Dude, thank you, man. I gotta get on with the Holly Jolly holiday sale, and then I'll absolutely hit you up. All right. Hey, shout out to Rich Kastner. Good to see you, man. Lone Star Cowboy says, then there was the guy that thought a force multiplier was adding additional enemies, probably a forklifter. Interesting. I feel like there's a side conversation that I just missed. Hey, shout out to Fred the Lug. He says, looks like 3 people have just added more knives to the pocket check on your Discord. Let's go check them out. Ooh. All right, here we go. Fred the Lug coming in hot with the modified Clydesdale. We've seen that a few times. I love seeing it, man. The Clydesdale is a fantastic knife. Modified Spyderco smock. I feel like I should know what that one on the bottom is, but I do not. Or what that one is. Apparently, I'm just awful at identifying knives. That's very cool, though. Very cool. Ed Durbin's got the Kunwu Django. Are those 2 different sized Djangos? Or just a difference in angle? Then the Tyrant razor, utility razor, and the Vero Fulcrum. Very nice. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I dig it. Sean McLaughlin says E-Knives has a full size. I can see the allure to the small, though. I can definitely see the allure to the small. Ronnie says, I finally got my Sebenza ladder Damascus. I still have not carried it. I know. I will, though. We're going to check on you in the next live stream, Ronnie. I expect you to have carried it by then. That's your homework. I know. It's tough homework. Ed Durbin says, photography is easy. You guys just all suck. I never claimed to be good. I'll say this, for me, I've enjoyed the learning process. You know, I've learned a lot about my camera. I've learned about how important lighting is. I don't always take the best photos, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy going out and finding new backdrops for the knives that I'm taking photos of. I'll say this, if you look at my photos from today versus a year ago today, you can definitely see a difference. And I've challenged myself to not buy new equipment until I've maxed out what I'm currently capable of on the equipment that I have. Like, for example, right now I'm running a, entry level Canon M50 Mark II. This camera is discontinued. I take photos on this guy. This is my Canon Rebel T6 with a 50 millimeter. I mean, love it. I love it. And one day I will upgrade my camera equipment to something better with better lenses. Would love to do a full frame camera, but today is not that day because I know that there's still a lot for me to learn. Lone Star says, photographic acumen drama, no geisha, no gouge. What are we talking about? Fred the Lug says, second one was a custom Homer Zhao Chen automatic in Dana steel. Hold on. this guy right here. Very cool, man. Very cool. I dig it. Jason Cable says, I like the photography part of EDC, except you need to have all the gear to take photos of it. Taking a photography class that ends next week. I've learned a lot about it, though. That's cool, man. I love photography. I got a snack time sling, and that's enough for me. Jim says, I need a real camera. You know, what people are capable of with just the cameras on their phones, though, is insanity. Says, yeah, invest in glass, not camera bodies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Although, to a certain extent. For example, you get an advantage on a full frame camera versus one with an APS-C sensor. For those of you who don't know, a lot of cameras these days are APS-C, which means that they have a crop sensor, whereas a full frame does not. Full frame is going to be a bigger camera, but you get more in the frame because it's a full frame. With a crop sensor, it's usually more compact, but you get a smaller picture. So you have to get farther away to get the same shot that you could have gotten at a closer angle. So when you're picking out lenses for an APS-C, like for example, that's what I'm shooting on right now on the Canon M50 Mark II, you have to do a little bit of math to figure out, you know, how close or what your lens is going to give you. Just some food for thought. I want a full frame camera, but cameras make the knife hobby seem very inexpensive. All right. Mike says, living in Vegas and seeing people rock fanny packs is like, okay, you're carrying, but my typical carry is pretty much the same. Fanny, pew pew, spare mag, pen, knife, light, med kit. Yeah, you see Mikey on the streets. You know he's packing. You see the fanny pack, you better respect. If you don't, you might find out what's in the fanny pack. TC Blade says, it's not the camera, it's the composition of the shot. Composition matters too. What you get out of a better camera, aside from, you know, potentially getting a full frame, is what the sensor can give you. So the sensor is important because when you shoot in RAW, you're getting a RAW photo, and then you can basically color it in post. So you have more control over the colors. You get more accurate pictures. You get more depth. The camera body itself can have an effect on focus. It can have an effect on stabilization for things like video shots. So the camera body does make a difference. But once you start really getting into that, the glass can be just as expensive, and in many cases more expensive than the camera body. But the body itself is what packages everything together. So there's a certain point, right, where it's not just the camera body. It's the glass, it's the setup, it's, you know, what ecosystem do you want? How good of a sensor do you need? And how much manual labor are you willing to do? How much do you want to control in post and editing? These are things that I've learned over time. By no means do I consider myself to be a professional, because I'm not. I'm an amateur. But I've taken the time to teach myself as much as I can about it. One of these days, I'll just bite the bullet and go to a class. Ed says, full frame versus crop sensor is meaningless. There are so many lens choices, you'll never notice a difference between the two. I mean, I beg to differ. Because, like, Ed, I know you're a photographer, but like, for example, right now, here's a scenario where a full frame camera would make a difference right now. People have told me that they don't know why I'm so close to the camera in my videos. I have a small place to shoot from. I'm basically in an attic. I don't have any depth behind me. So right now I'm rocking a 22 millimeter lens, and it's as far back as the camera can go because there's a wall directly behind me. If this was a full frame, you would actually get a more zoomed out shot, and my head wouldn't be taking up most of the camera. Also, it makes a difference if you're trying to shoot video for vertical content like YouTube Shorts or TikToks. You can actually crop in on a full frame a lot better without like losing headspace. Or at least that's what I've been led to believe. Again, I'm an amateur. From what I understand, Ed is a professional. So don't listen to me. Just go with whatever Ed says. TC Blade says, photography is my actual real job. Interesting. We've got a couple photographers in here. So yeah, listen to Ed, listen to TC. There you go. It says 8 shoot Nikon, so my raw files are NEF. I'll be honest, complete amateur here. I have no idea what that means. Is that just the file type? It's probably a particular type of raw file. Lone Star says, sexy hardware talk really lubes my bearings. Oh, man. Ed says, I have no opinion. Mirrorless is nice, but not necessary. Yeah. So I photograph. I do all my thumbnail photos and stuff on a DSLR. This is an old DSLR. And then the M50, of course, is mirrorless. I like them both. I'm with Ed. I like them both. Mike says, got to invest in the Sigma 16 millimeter for the M50 Mark II roll. Ooh. All right. I've looked at some Sigma lenses. So it's EFM Sigma 16 millimeter. Looks like you can get it on Amazon. It's not bad. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. But it might just be because the EFM lenses are discontinued. 350. Okay. That's really not that bad for a Sigma lens. Why was I thinking it was more expensive? What do they go for on B&H? This is an EDC channel, but yeah, 350. Okay. Contemporary lens. 16 millimeter. You just had to put the bug in my mind. You know how long I've been avoiding buying new camera lenses? For a very long time, Mikey. You're killing me, man. Ed Durbin says, don't listen to me. I've just been published all over the world. I don't know diddly. Ed with the subtle flex. The subtle flex. TC Blade says, I've been shooting professionally, making a living at it for 10 years. Damn. I think it's so cool that we've got people that actually do this for a living in the chat. That's really cool. He says, Sigma lenses are fire. All of mine are Sigma except for one, which is a 35 millimeter young, I don't know how to say that. And it's fantastic too. That's awesome. No, I love photography. I am very self-admittedly an amateur. And I've just kind of taken to learning myself because I love the process. I enjoy the process of trying things and learning and looking up how to do certain things and get certain effects. And truthfully, I enjoy that. I enjoy the process. Barbarian Bronny says, I use a Sigma 16. Ah, man. You guys are not helping my wallet at all right now. We gotta stop going down this rabbit hole because camera equipment, even discontinued camera equipment like EFM lenses, still not cheap. That's a very reasonable price for a Sigma lens though. $350. Damn it, Bronny. All right. Ed Durbin says you can always message me on the Discord. I'm always more than happy and more than willing to help people with photography and video. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anyone's milestones. So hang on. I don't think I did. All right, cool. Didn't miss any milestones. I hate when I hear later that I missed somebody's like super chat or milestone, or I hate missing those. Anyways, regardless, thank you guys for joining me for yet another Saturday live stream. We will be live again on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. I hope you can make it. If not, I totally understand. But other than that, guys, for some of you, I'll see you later. Wait, I got that wrong. For some of you guys, I'll see you soon. For everybody else, I'll see you later. Have a great weekend.